Hello, my name is Nikki Azadan and welcome to a new video. For those unaware, TF2 has been plagued by cheating bots that were infesting the casual servers, which means the TF2 Valve servers, and made the game unplayable for the last 4 years. And back in the day, the bots used to implement a lot of racial slurs in the chat and also the voice chat, which really gave bad PR to Valve, and therefore Valve decided to mute free-to-play players to sort of band-aid the problem of bots abusing the voice chat and the text chat. Therefore, free-to-play players have been muted since June 16th, 2020, in a patch that notably reads that they restricted certain new accounts from using chat in official matchmaking modes. Work is ongoing to mitigate the use of new and free accounts for abusive purposes. Now that TF2 has kind of sorted the TF2 bot crisis, there's been discussion about allowing free-to-play players to talk again in-game. Unfortunately, we're still waiting on Valve to implement changes on the voice chat and text chat. Now, this problem affects mostly new players from coming in, and I've decided to tell a story, if you can call that a story, or share an experience that one of my friends had with the game. And his experience was that he's been a long-time fan of the game and always had a free account. But one day his account was just not able to chat anymore. And his disappointment was immeasurable. His disappointment was immeasurable, and his day was ruined. So it affected my friend's ability to enjoy the game because he couldn't even call for the medic or call out a spy. And that's really unfortunate since that hinders his ability to play the game at a fair level compared to the rest of the player base. Because the chat restriction doesn't just apply to the in-game voice channel, which means it doesn't apply to just microphone speak. It also applies to the text speech, but also to the voice commands inside the game. If you don't know, inside TF2 there are buttons Z, X, and C that allow you to click then numbers 1 to 9 to call out a certain voice line from the mercs. So X and 2 makes you call out a spy. Z and 1 makes you call medic, and E just makes you call medic. And these two commands are, I would say, very integral to the video game. And without having these two options, you're really at a big disadvantage since communication is unavailable. I know this game is casual, and I'm not saying that this is a super competitive game, but still, you want to have the ability to enjoy the game at the same level as the rest of the people on a basis level. Like, you're what I'm saying is, no, you can't have free burning team captains, but you should be able to call out medic and call out spies, just since they're such an important component to the gameplay cycle. It affected him in the way that he no longer really plays the game and just plays other games, since, well, TF2 isn't his little interest like me, which is the difference between me and him. And yeah, that's about it. In conclusion, it's unfortunate that free-to-plays have to play in a game which they are at a disadvantage compared to the rest of the players because of the actions of people that are maliciously destroying the game. But now that that problem has been resolved for the moment, I think we can go ahead and move forward and have the game be like it was before. I've seen this discussion brought up back in the TF2 subreddit, and this is one of the reasons why I'm making this video, is to bring this topic back on YouTube and maybe have certain YouTubers talk about it again, since my platform isn't the big one of the big ones, you know. And I am hoping for change in the summer update. I do believe that there is going to be a summer update. I don't remember when they normally post it, but I don't think it's going to be at the scale of what we've had with Saxton Hill being added to the game. It's probably just going to be an update that fixes a couple bugs and brings back cosmetics, just like we've had before. And yeah, with that update, there would be an influx of new players, and they would try the game because they've seen it on YouTube or whatsoever, wherever. And they are going to be quite disappointed at the fact that they are still... No. They would be quite disappointed in the fact that they are unable to play the game at the same level than the rest of the players. And free-to-play players have been a huge component to the TF2 community, as seen scrolling down on your screen. There's a lot of content, and there's even stereotypes of free-to-play players. And to have a stereotype of free-to-play players means that there are enough of them to have created a certain idea of how they are supposed to act. Like they're cosmeticless, they have the gibbous, they have like non-meta loadouts, and they play a bit worse than other players. But there's also the fact that the free-to-play players have a limited amount of space in their backpack. I know that the winter update kind of fixes that with the free backpacks, but still, I don't think you should be required to always connect yourself in the winter to have these free backpacks. And the TF2 game devs could just expand the backpack to have enough space for at least each weapon, so that you're not forced to delete weapons that you would then kind of regret doing that. For example, deleting your gibbous or deleting achievement only items, and that would just suck, you know, because you would then no longer have access to, well, those items. Of course, you could always create another account, but then, you know, it's back to square one. You start, and if you've put money in the game, then you're just starting a new account, and then you have all of those restrictions that free-to-play players have. So that's about it. In conclusion, I believe the community should spark up a discussion and demand a vocal unrestriction on free-to-play players. And yep, that's about it.